What the hell? There is trouble in the world. Jack, stop it. I got you.
And she wasn't. There she is.
There she is. Finally.
Wow. Yay.
Just don't touch the order.
Look at you guys. You guys are great.
Well, this is proof positive this panel doesn't need a stinking moderator.
Go ahead, do your job, man.
Do you feel like we need mics, or is everybody able to hear okay?
Yes.
Yeah, Mike.
You got one right down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have 7 guests and 3 mics, so we're going to be passing the mic a little bit. So welcome everybody to the Battlestar Galactica reunion panel here at Alcon. You know me as Alcon fixture, Cole Jedi, Cole Houston. I've been part of Alcon all 15 years in one capacity or another. And that's about all you need to know, except that my co-host from the Ranker Pit Live, Eddie Medina, is joining me today.
Hello, Alcon people, and who is excited to celebrate?
So we're going to go ahead and, like we need to introduce our guests, we're going to go ahead and introduce the guests. Lorette, welcome to Alcon.
Hi, you want to take this? Hi, everyone. Lorette Spang, Cassiopeia. This guy, I don't know who he is. He's an imposter.
This guy doesn't know who he is.
No, I know who I am now. I know him. Cassiopeia was the one that got away. No, actually, no, that's not true. It's not true. Should we tell me the truth? We're related. We're related. No, we were all good friends on the show, so we didn't date. Well, no, never mind. Richard dated, but he dated a different species, so we can't talk about that. Oh, he's not here yet. We can't. I love all this, you know. Richard said, love everybody. No, I'm speaking of mature. Some of it. Anyway, I played Starbuck. I was good kind of good. And, that's it. I'm going to my room now.
Thank you for minutes.
Of my own, thank you. I am Ann Lockhart, and I wish Shiva.
My name is Herbert Jefferson Jr., and I did my best to play Lieutenant O'Malley.
And I'm Jack Stauffer, and I was BoJay, and I want you to know that right here in spirit is Richard Hatch. He is with us.
I'm Sarah Rash, and I play Flight Corporal Rigel.
And I'm last but least,
You're Lauren Green. Are you really Lauren Green or?
which reminds me, no, I won't say that. It's a decent crowd. I'm Terry Carter. I played Colonel Ty.
A really nice panel of guests, unfortunately only an hour to enjoy their company here. So I think we're going to start out with just a little bit of Q&A, and then we'll bring up a few topics to see if we can discuss about the history on Battlestar Galactica. Does anybody have a really just pressing question for our panel?
It's not.
Hey, Paul, I'll go.
Have you ever seen Battlestar Galactica?
Hey, Paul. Do I count? Can I
We got
go?
one back
Okay.
here.
Panel.
We got one back here. Was that you?
I can get y'all going. So, 1978, of course, era of Star Wars, everybody was space crazy. Battlestar Galactica came on. You know, of course, Glenn Larson gave us the Hardy Boys. He gave us many, many great shows. When y'all were in pre-production on Galactica, was there that sense that y'all knew that there was going to be something big and long-lasting?
Speaking for myself, the script knocked me out, and I just knew that we were doing something extremely special. I thought we were going to be on the air for many, many years, and I was right. No, I was wrong.
Actually, my first program probably would be big and long lasting, but I never had anything big and long lasting.
That came from space, man.
When I was born, I was given a choice. You can have big and you can have long lasting. So I took big, but I don't have big and long lasting. No, Battlestar was big, but it wasn't long lasting, which is a weird paradox. Because usually, if a show's got people that are excited about it, it lasts for a while.
Yeah.
Damn that, Richard. No, I don't know. We know who to blame, but it would take too long to go into that. It was political. It was political. It was at networks and producers and studios. And we were just so...
Collateral damage.
It was a shock for all. None of us knew that we were not coming back to work, so we left all our wardrobe, all our stuff in our dressing rooms, right? Yeah. I left a dog. I had a pet dog. I left a dog there, and then I couldn't get back to feed it. I literally couldn't get back on the... I think he died. No, when I went back to get my stuff, I couldn't get on the lawn.
Really?
I couldn't get on the lawn. Scotty wouldn't let me in. I go, well, I'm sorry. I couldn't go on. Sorry. Even just to get my personal items, my walk. Really? I still have that walk. I do. I did. Yeah, they used to make fun of me because I couldn't eat meat in 1971. And I didn't eat meat, I didn't eat cheese, I didn't eat dairy products. So I was, and in 1978, I was still a little weird, and so, and then I was roasting. Well, now I'm, no, but I didn't drink. I didn't drink in those days. Did you ever see me with a drink? I was so thirsty.
Oh, yes.
No, I didn't see him ever drink cigars, and I had to kiss him. You know, it was cigars.
Oh no!
It's
I'm going to kiss her because I haven't had a cigar for 24 hours.
You never said jerk, could you? You might, maybe. Really?
Shut up.
Was it? But I did smoke cigars a lot. And sometimes in the scene, it was sometimes part of the scene.
Yeah, you smoked it in the scenes, about half the time. Yeah, half the time you had cigars, half the time, but you mostly, we talked about all your health food. Because you and Richard were eating birdseed. It was macrobiotic, tamari, no.
Tamari, yeah,
Tamari.
Well, that's what you said, maybe tamari.
See, this is the way I was. This is the way, yeah.
Since you brought up cigars, I'm a fellow lover of cigars myself. What's your favorite brand of cigar?
Oh, I don't have a favorite.
Not one particular.
Oh, Scotland, yeah. I was just in Scotland, man, with Herbert and Terry, and the ladies didn't bless us with there was a screw up in the schedule. They should have been there. But there was a lot of good ones. But cigar. My favorite cigar is, well, I don't really have it. It's like wine. I don't know what my cigars. It's boring, but I've been smoking for, oh God, I don't know, 60 years now? 1959, whatever that is. So I smoke Richard, but I like Arturo Fuentes, the Rocket Patel Edge is a good cigar. Olivia.
Yes.
Oliva is good, and Padron. bit expensive. It's really good. My daily cigars are Arturo Fuente Double Chateau Maduro.
Excellent choices.
It's about $8 cigar, which is really cheap for a top cigar.
Yeah. I'm a cigar, the Cafe Nub guy myself, but excellent choices.
I do know from Anne having appeared at Alcon last year, you had a great story about when you went into the ship of the characters in the count that was the devil. Yes, and what they put inside that prop for you to see, to kind of visualize this devil character. I think we should share with this audience, because some of them may have heard that. And I'd like to also, sorry, before we do, kind of go through the panel if there are certain standout moments when you were on the set, or something was just weird or unique like that. So, I'm sorry, go right ahead.
When the ship crashed, and I'm asked this frequently, and was it the Pegasus? Was it your father in there? What did you see? Well, and I was kind of in this trance because I was, Count Baby had me through his hoodoo spell. And
I think we know where Dirk's going to head on every single topic.
So, it was supposed to be like that he was the devil. It was supposed to be that he was this cloven hoofed. That was his true form. It was supposed to be what's in this crashed out ship. And I remember, do you remember we were in like Malibu and there had been a fire and everything was black? And that's why it looked so weird. However, every time we did this scene, our footprints came up in black soot, so they were spray painting the burned land. Anyway, I get up there and I got to look, and Holly says, "No, don't look." Yes, I look, and there's this true devilish form. And what they did for inspiration for me was they put in a furniture pack with two little deer feet sticking out of it. It was the weirdest thing ever. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And is it just legs, or is there more to it? So, yes.
Yeah, the attack of the deer feet there.
Little deer feet under a furniture bag.
And Terry and Sarah.
Really strike terror with you.
Terry and...
Okay, yeah. So here's my other Patrick McNeese story in that two-part, the War of the Gods. I am in the agro ship, the garden ship where all the food is grown with him. And I'm, under his spell. And he leans in to kiss me. And my scripted line was, "I'm afraid." And his scripted line was, "Oh, Sheba, nothing can harm you as long as I am inside you." Yep. Well, we were trying, and he would say that, and I just go, I tried looking at his forehead. I tried looking at his ear. And he could barely get it out either. Finally, I said, I stopped and I went to, it was such an accuracy thing to do. Never done it before. Since I went to the phone and I called Glenn and I said, "You can't have that man say that to me." And he said, "But it's the intent of it, it's the spirit of it." I went, well, we finally did actually film it and moved on to the next scene, and it was edited together and sent to the network, and they had something called standards and practices. And of course they said, "You can't have that man say that to them." And years later, I ran into Pat at a show, and I had a picture of us together, and he wrote on it, "Nothing can harm you as long as I am inside you." God bless you, Patrick and
Terry, do you have a particular fond memory or odd occurrence on the set yourself? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, do you have a unique experience or odd memory from the being on the set? Let's kind of go down the panel.
No, I don't.
Lucky. Sarah, did you have anything that really stood out from your tenure?
Well, I just remember, I had just moved to California and I'd been put under contract to Universal, so I was the luckiest girl in the world to get that job, and I knew it, and I was so thankful, and I was quite intimidated by everyone, and I was very excited, but I was nervous. And, you know, John Dykstra and all of these people that were so immensely talented. So the one thing I do remember that I wanted to wear braids. I just thought that would really be fun. I had really long hair, and so I kind of, you know, I actually did my own hair, and I said, this is what I want to have. And so I was able to wear that for an episode, and then there was another episode in the middle of a take, literally, wardrobe makeup gals came running to me, and they took my braids out. And they said, they want your long flowing hair. And I was, you know, because this was the 70s, and I guess that was more fashionable, but I was so bummed. And also, it happened so quickly, and I didn't know how they could even continue with the scene, because it didn't even match. But suddenly I had the braids, and then in the middle of the scene, no braids.
Decided to let your hair down.
That was it.
Sarah, that's so weird. The same thing happened to me.
Really?
My first day of work, I put my hair up in a bun on top of my head. Very
Yes.
business-like, piloty.
That's right.
As soon as Glenn saw the dailies, it was like, get that girl's hair down. And so my hair was down from then on.
That's right.
It's so strange because the braid look works so well for Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. You would think they just capitalize on that.
That's why he was trying to avoid that. It was too much of the past.
Right.
Well, with the Lorette and down to Jack, same sort of question. Any really just standout memories for you?
Probably Fred Astaire. There were so many awesome people that worked on the show. I mean, Dirk and I got the privilege of really spending a lot more time, especially you. And I remember asking him, how did you happen to do this? I mean, you don't need work. And he said, you know what it is? It's my grandkids. My grandkids love the show. So I wanted to do it for that. But I've got two mini stories I'll tell you. One was, he sat in the chair, and he was going to sit down in our scene, and so he stood up, and he did a spin, and he sat down, and then he stood up again, and I watched him mesmerized, because he was kind of choreographing a scene, and how he would just sit down. And I asked him about that, and he said, it's, old habit, and he was so graceful and amazing. So everything he did, he was a kind man, very sweet, humble, amazing. Oh, humble. I had a Christmas party that year, small group of family friends, and I invited him to come while we were standing there talking. A few days went by, and I get a phone call at home, in the days when there was actually a phone in your home, and he said, Lorette, this is Fred. And I thought for a minute, and then all of a sudden he was talking, and I went, oh my God, it's Fred Astaire. And he was so sweet, and he said, I feel so bad, but he said, my family were doing blah, 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 whatever he was doing, and he explained his whole reason why he couldn't come, and I was taken aback by Fred Astaire was calling me in a day, even then, when people weren't gracious enough to say, I'm not coming, they just wouldn't show, especially actors, notorious for that. But he was so sweet, and I was just touched my heart forever and ever. I mean, it was just that moment in time where I met him a few times, and I have a wonderful picture with him. Did you get any pictures with him? Yeah, and you just treasure that, because that man is history. We had Bobby Van and Ray Bolger.
Yep.
You know what a dancer. But so many old Ringland. Was he in the pilot? And Jeffries. I mean, it was so Wilfred Hyde.
We had Alex original first Superman performer.
We had Dr. Ben Casey.
Lorette.
You don't know any of this name. You know who's not.
It's me. Punch Highwhite, Alex Highwhite. That was Wilfred's son, Punch. And he was a contract player at Universal. And he was on the show.
But he was on, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up being a director, right? And a lovely actor. I don't know if he directs, but he's such a great actor.
Hi, Rhett. I love you.
Jack, do you have any anecdotes you'd like to share?
I'll pay tribute to another one of the great ones that is no longer with us, and that's John Colicos, who was our wonderful Baltar. And I was brand new on the show, and I was standing there watching him, and I knew his background, and I will tell you that John Colicos was considered the foremost Shakespearean actor in Canada, had won every award, and had won the best Shakespeare performance of King Lear at the youngest age in the history of Canada. So I'm watching him up on the tower pontificate and doing his stuff. And as he came down, I walked over to him and I introduced myself to him. And I said, I just want you to know that as a theater actor, you know, I'm in awe of your work and I know of your reputation. And he looked at me and a tear got into his eyes and he put his hands on either side of my head. And he said, oh dear boy, thank you so much. But I must tell you, if I can say this shit, Lear is easy.
Now that's a story. Good. Want to have you, with the body of work you had and a relatively short-lived show.
Career.
Oh, okay. Curious. Did one show or one performance ever just really stand out, or one of the guests that just really got you there?
I'm with Terry. I guess all kind of a. You stole my Fred Astaire story. And by John Colicos. Well, I had Fred Astaire. You never kissed her. I kissed her. Fred would kiss me. I'm like, I had such a crush on Fred. I thought, he'd answer. I said, Fred, oh God, take me in your arms. I just want to, so we did, because it was a little sequence that at the end where we danced. So you'll see, we go out the door, and we start to dance as we go out the door. It was Fred. So the reason he didn't come to your party is because he was coming to have a Christmas lunch with me. And he said, what the hell am I said, call her. She's very sweet. She'll understand. Just tell her you have family. Don't say I'm having, Dirk and I are going to the polo lounge, because that'll mess with their mind. No, but when he left, he said to me, he says, Dirk, he says, if you want to get together. And he gave me a belt as a going away present. It was very sweet. It was beautiful. But he said, I go to the Premier Market every Sunday at 10 and squeeze the fruit. I swear. So the next Sunday after his wedding, I went to the Premier Market in the morning, there was Fred with an ascot walking around with a thing shopping. I knew it, because we used to kind of talk and show him. And he was buying fruit. He ate a lot of fruit, like fruit. He ate like fruit. He was like snacking. He was always like snacking. Remember that? Yeah. Oh, and he was impressed with my rope jumping. I was talking about rope jumping with somebody here. Because I was a compulsive rope jumper, and I would jump at lunch hour out in front of them. And he came about and he talked about it. He said that he used to do that. He used to jump rope and how great it was for the legs and staying on the balls of your feet. He was very, because he would come out, and then when they'd come back in, I'd be still jumping, because he used to jump for like an hour. So he was impressed. He was impressed with my acting, which I don't blame him. I'm so bad in that sequence because he's so wonderful. So every time we do a take, and he's playing my quote-unquote father, and we'd be done, and he'd go, oh, was that all right? Do you think that was all right? Remember that? He'd go, I don't know, was that good enough? And I'm all of a sudden doing the scenes worried about Fred Astaire. It sounds stupid, but he had a vulnerable quality where he was so sweet. Perfectionist and sweet. And do you think that was all right? And so when I watch the episode, I'm like just spitting the lines out left and right. And he's kind of, you can't take your eyes off him. He's so real, and he's kind of floundering through his chameleon, you know. And he's fantastic. I'm very wooden next time. But I got to tell this once to this, because this is about creativity. And it's Fred Astaire, and we're sitting. And the Viper wouldn't work. The guns firing sound wouldn't work. So we stopped. And Fred was off in the shadows, leaning against the wing of the Viper. So he was leaning like, and he was just leaning like that. And nobody's looking at him. I noticed more. Well, they got the guns working, and the guns started firing. Boom, 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 at a very erratic thing. And all of a sudden, I see Fred, like he'd been plugged in, start to dance. And he did for like a minute. He did this, he's dancing. And he's off in the shadows. Nobody saw him. And he's just dancing off in the shadow behind the wing. He's spinning and spinning. So, they don't fit in. They get over to see what's it. I say, hey, Fred, you know, and I saw you going by the wing of the Viper. I saw that little dance. What was that? He looked at him. He said, well, that's where it used to work. And it's all of a sudden, he said that rhythm was so unique. And I got this vision of dancing in outer space with the tone, with this. And I got this whole, and that's how Hermes Pan and I used to work. Get these ideas, and then we would. So he said, if I was younger, I would have taken that now and gone back to the studio. He said, okay, I'm going to dance on stars and vipers and things.
That was something. Herbert, did you have a fond memory you'd like to share, or anything that just really stuck out with you with one of the guests?
There were so many. I have to tell you, first of all, in terms of people, I have to say working with the great Warren Green was one of the highlights. In my career, in my life, you have to keep in mind that in my home on a Sunday night, long before I gave any thought to theater arts as a profession, I was always interested in plays and literature when I was a boy, but never as a profession. We used to sit around on Sunday night after Sunday dinner and watch bonanza. My primary reason for watching it back then, I think it was in 1963 or 4. Remember they advertised Chevrolet? And I waited for that in the beginning. They had that quick scene where that first streamline Corvette Stingray would come right across the screen. Yep. I lived for that moment. Anyway, moving right along. Guys, you gotta look and think that 12, 13, 14 years later, my name is on the same call sheet as Ben Hartnell. And that was a highlight of my life and my career working with this man. I have to tell you, to this day, you know, people ask me, one of the highlights of your career. I have several people, directors, and writers in both theater, film, and television that I've been fortunate enough to work with. But Warren is right up there at the top. He was, I can't think of anyone doing that role but Warren Green. That's just something about it. I got to go on and on about being at his home, having invited me over, play Trivial Pursuit, just an everyday family event, and he would say, Herb, what you doing? Come on over. And I'll move right along by telling you that, by the way, that man could tell some of the filthiest creation coming out of Lauren Green. It's like having your grandfather tell you, put that in the voice of God. I'm his presence. And I go, my God, did that just come out of the country? Anyway, maybe a few of us have heard one. I'm not going to tell them. Seriously, though, there's one that I can't. We just can't. There will be children, and now there are people that you will be absolutely dumbstruck with the kind of humor that would come out of that guy's mouth. With a willing audience, you wouldn't tell it publicly. We'd take you off to the side. They heard the one about that. Anyway, who's next on the line here?
I think we've spoken to everybody. We want to wish a belated birthday to Carrie. since that was revealed on Thursday.
Yeah, by the way, let me make a note of this. I brought it up at a panel, just one of the panels on Thursday or Friday. No, I will not bring up that area that I brought up. However, on December 16th of 2018, our great Terry Carter, one of the finest human beings on the planet that I've admired since I was a little boy, long before I got into this industry, when I consider what he had to wade through during times in this country where his work and his person weren't appreciated, celebrated 45 years in each leg, as he writes. Terry Carter just turned 90 years old. How many of us were here yesterday when we did it? No. Let's do it again. Yeah! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Terry. Happy birthday to you. A little bit later.
We have time for a question or two before we run out. A 7 hour is insufficient for this large a panel. This is amazing a panel.
All of us talking.
Yeah, we all need our own hour. You can come to my room for it, or I can do a good 5 minutes up there. No, I can do an hour. No, so okay, go ahead. You don't, no, go ahead, say it.
I've seen several of the actors taste it, hand it, mush it, whatever you want to call it. What the heck are the blue mushies?
Terry, didn't you do a little brief blooper commercial and eat some of that stuff?
No, it seemed to me I had a scene with the, what the hell was the animal called? Dragon. Remember, I did a kind of commercial with the animal.
Yeah. What did it taste like? That's what he said. Tofu, jello.
Are you kidding?
Hey, don't say bad things about tofu. I built my career on tofu, which is why it crumbled.
I like to cook dinner or pay my bills while listening to this by Stu Phillips. Do any of you do that by chance?
Listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Cook dinner while listening to the
Yes.
soundtrack.
I will tell you, I taught